Tyler, and I'm here to let you know that Krampus is no perfect movie. So in Krampus, a dysfunctional family gets together 3 days before Christmas in order to celebrate the occasion, only for themselves to fall victim to Krampus, a legendary demon known for terrorizing ne'er-do-wells during the holiday season. Michael Dougherty creates an atmosphere that can change from being upbeat to dark and creepy by taking his time building up the suspense without boring the audience. The film's opening is a slow-motion brawl in a shopping mall that pretty much sums up how we equally anticipate and dread the holiday season. And the theme carries on later in the film as everyone boards up the house. It's hilarious and tense to see the family arguing over how they're going to defend themselves against the beast and its minions. And thanks to a claustrophobic location of a snowed-in, boarded house, along with the use of high-angle long shots and dim lighting, you feel just as close in as the characters are whenever they find themselves under attack from the creatures. Sometimes the editing can be a little cluttered and too up close, but for the most part you can still see the action between the characters and the creatures. And what I really love about Krampus is the fact that Krampus and its minions are portrayed mostly by actors in suits with their heads and faces being performed by animatronics. I mean, there is still some CG in the movie, but it is hard to make a practical gingerbread man with a candy cane sword, and if that image alone just scares you, chances are you won't even care that it's CG. Now, some people have criticized the fact that Krampus' minions do most of the torture as opposed to Krampus himself, but it never really bugged me because there are so many differently designed creatures like this Jack-in-the-Box who grows the more he feasts on kids, and there's a lot of suspense in not knowing what the next creature is going to look like, and at the same time, it's hard not to appreciate the amount of creativity that's involved. A common trend in horror films nowadays is just to make every character in the movie deliberately an asshole. Why? I'm not even entirely sure. The reason we should be scared for a character is because you would appreciate that character if they were a real person and you would genuinely feel bad that they died. And thankfully, Adam Scott, Toni Collette, and Allison Tolman successfully portray characters who do genuinely support one another and want to help each other survive. Collette and Tolman do argue like actual sisters over stupid things like what they're having for dinner, but they do remember the joy that they had from previous Christmases when they look back on their mom's favorite ornaments. And I'm not a huge fan of David Koechner, and some of his jokes do fall flat in this movie, but the character does have an open mind to trust his in-laws and to protect his family at all costs, and you do kind of root for him more towards the second half of the film. And Conchata Ferrell, on the other hand, has such perfect cynical comic delivery and timing that she's just the funniest character in the entire movie. One thing that is painfully obvious throughout the film, though, is the other Christmas movies that this one is referencing or paying homage to, because the home invasion during Christmas isn't exactly an original premise. In fact, Black Christmas was a horror and Home Alone was a comedy, and despite never really seeing Gremlins, I can easily see that there's an even dose of witty humor and creature attacks that was probably influenced by Joe Dante himself. And the first 20 minutes in this movie alone have so many subtle and blunt references to Christmas Vacation that I could do half of this video just listing all the references. And there's also some lines of dialogue that have been really obviously censored just so this movie could get a PG-13 rating. I mean, granted, there is a lot of cursing, especially from Conchata Ferrell, and it is well timed to get a laugh, but there are some lines that just trail off very abruptly like they would in a trailer.
Merry Christmas, Mother.
I swear, I didn't edit anything out. That's not even from a trailer. That was from the actual movie. I think Krampus is an underrated Christmas horror comedy thanks to well-built-up tension and scares, good humor, and likable characters, as well as good production value. I can't really say that it's for all horror fans, but if you're looking for a movie that can be a mashup of Christmas Vacation, Home Alone, and Gremlins, you'll probably get your money's worth. And for that reason, I'm going to give Krampus a 3.5 out of 5. Guys, thanks as always for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, check out my other reviews at NoPerfectMovie.com. And once again, thank you very much for watching. Take care. Don't worry about that.